Hey everybody, this is Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you guys doing? Um, it's been a minute. The last video I did was while I was in the hospital, and it is now a week since my surgery. I had it done last Wednesday, so and I got one of my drains out today. So woo! um, my doctor was very happy with my progress. I went to see my doctor up here. By the way, welcome back to my subscribers and welcome into anybody new. Oh, I am so sorry. I just got into things. I've been having massive migraines like every day since surgery. And so my doctor gave me a shot of Toradol today. And I came home and I slept from noon until 6. So I definitely needed it. And of course, last night I couldn't sleep. I was in so much pain. I watched movies, and the next thing I knew, it was morning, and my husband was getting up and going to do his side job that he has. And I was like, oh, it's morning. And then the phone rang, and it was my doctor's office getting me in to have the drain taken out. So I was extremely tired, and the Toradol just, it is so nice. I can still feel the migraine sitting, just waiting to come back, but it's not full force. I can't think OMG migraine. So, um, one thing with after having surgery is I need to walk, and it's been really hot out. So my husband took me to Ollie's yesterday for us to go walking. We also had a coupon to use that we had earned. Let me tell you, if you have an Ollie's and you go shopping there, and even if you're like, oh, I only go here every once in a while, join their, I think it's called their Ollie's Army. Um, it's a card, and every time you go in and you shop, if you have them scan your card or you give them your phone number, um, it'll keep points. $1 for every 1 point for every dollar that you spend. And once you get to so many points, it's a two-tiered thing. You can level up as far as what level you're at, whether you're a 1-star general or a 2-star general or a 3-star general, and that has to do with how much money you spend, during the year. And then you have the other tier where once you hit, I can't remember, it's 150 or 250 each time. Let me open up my app. And it's nice too because you can have it on the app and then it's all right there. Let me see. It's called the Ollie's Army card. Right now we're at a 3-star general, and part of that is because of a purchase that I'm going to show you that we did. I think I talked about it in a previous video. 250. Yeah, you have to get 250 points before you get your next reward. And depending on which level you're at, if you're just at the beginning at the 1-star, you get 10% off of one item. And I know that's like woohoo. 10% is 10%. And depending on what you need that they may have, it may be a good, deal. And plus, besides that, they also give you 10% off your entire purchase rewards. And these I think you get as you get your next reward. I'm not positive, but every time we've gotten a reward here lately, we've also gotten, besides our rank reward, we have gotten a 10% off our entire order, which I used that yesterday when I went, and I had like $26, and it saved me $2. $2 is $2. I had exactly $24 in cash, and it put me right under. So I was able to use, what I had on hand. I'm not used to having cash, and whenever I have it, I try to use it because I don't get to the bank, and unless I have my husband take it in for me, I just don't. I don't like having cash on hand anymore. It used to be, a general rule. I had $5 on me, but that's when I was driving, and in case I needed, gas or something, you know, to get from point A to point B. But I mean, I know $5 won't get enough of anything anymore, but it used to get me at least a quarter to have to gas. I know, non-existent. So anyway, I'm going to show you a couple of the things I got yesterday. But our big purchase from Ollie's that put us up into the 3-star general is this chair right here. I love this chair. It's a lift chair. My husband was like, after surgery, you're going to need a lift chair because we were told by so many people that you can't really lay flat because it hurts. Can't lay on a side because you have a drain on each side. So, yeah, this has been a godsend since I've been home from my surgery. And if you are having any major surgery or anything coming up, it's something to look into. And Ollie's, of all places, I love this thing. I love it. It's brushed leather, so it's not sticky leather. My parents just got two that they got from, where'd they get them from? Oh, come on. Menards. And they told us, oh, you need to go and look at these. And they have, it has massage and heat. This one does not. This one is just a lift chair. But my husband had talked to people who knew all about lift chairs or who have had their own. And, he always does his research. Him and I are the same that way. And working in a hospital, he has a plethora of people that he can talk to between nurses and doctors and, whomever who all work there. And he came home and he told me, he said, we can go look at the ones that your mom told us about that are on sale. He said, but everything I've heard about, when you got one that has massage and heat and is a lift chair all in one, they short out. He said before they should. So I don't know within how much time or whatever, but everybody he talked to about them told him, yeah, if you want it to last, you don't want one that has all of those. And honestly, after being a massage therapist, I don't like massage chairs as much. Granted, I haven't been on, the newer ones lately, but especially if they're the shiatsu ones, because they're too hard on your body and they can hurt you. So everybody has their own opinion. I just know how I feel. I even got just a small, it looks like you could put a pillow behind your head. One. It's a square. You're supposed to be able to use it for your neck and then move it down to your back and different areas. It hurts me. So I don't use it that often. I only use it when I absolutely have to. So, and it makes me upset because I bought two of them, one for me, one for my daughter. Now, my daughter had loved hers at first, and then I think she got to where she's like, Mom, it's just too hard on me. So, anyway, this is our best Ollie's purchase ever. We've gotten so many things from Ollie's. My curtains. I know I told you that when I got them. and the nice rod that they're hung from. They've got a nice designer rod, and they're the curtains with the big, you know, round rings on them. Let me see. Can I go hold this up? There you go. So you can see that. It's a designer rod. Something like that. And I loved it. And my husband was like, you know, that's the look that I wanted, but I didn't know how to tell you. So now I was hoping to get one more panel just to make it so that they could scrunch up and, you know, look a little bit more bulky. But when we went back there yesterday, and it wasn't even a month, lots of times if we go back within a month, we can find things again. They were all out of that curtain. And they had a ton of them. Like, they weren't selling. So I don't know if somebody else saw them and touched them and saw how amazing they were. Because when I first saw them, I thought, oh no, that's not for me. But as I looked at them closer, I was like, ooh, I really like this. Really, really do. All gone. So not adding any because they're all gone. Um, Now, onto the things that I did find at Ollie's this time. One thing I don't have in the bag because I started using it last night. I got these silly scented twistable crayons because I've always wanted to try the twistable ones. So I got these, and I knew they had had a whole display on them right before back to school. And their price are $3.99, which I thought was still maybe a tad high, but if you've been looking at the price on twistables, they're kind of expensive. So it says their regular price $6.29. I believe that for this pack. I've actually seen them higher for this mini before. I don't know if it's because it's got the smell to them. I don't. To me, they all smell the same, and that's how you're supposed to know. Like on the back, it shows you the color and their smell. And when you pull out a crayon, it does not have their name on it. So you've got to go by this chart, and if you can tell the smell. But anyway, I got these, and I got an adult coloring book. Now, they have a lot of these Zen Doodle coloring books, and I've wanted this one for a long time. I have another one that's a Zen Doodle, I think that's cats, but I always wanted the baby animals one. And it was $1.99. I'm like, hello, it was a no-brainer. Normally $15. And I told myself, okay, no more coloring books because I've got enough. Some of them, I just, you see them and you're like, oh, I really gotta have that. And I almost paid $8 to get this, which I thought was a good price because it was a discounted price. But then to get it for $1.99, I'm like, how can you beat that? And they had the baby animals, they had the baby, I think it was this baby sea creatures, baby sea animals, sea and sky maybe. I thought of getting, but then I saw this one and I was like, no, this has been on my list for a while. And they had others that I couldn't see what they were because they were all the way on the top shelf, but they had quite a few of these. So if you love the Zen Doodles, go look at your Ollies. And I didn't color a regular picture last night because my head was hurting. I colored just a small thing. So there was my coloring project that I did while I was watching a movie last night. And I'm sure I'm probably going to color in here again tonight because I'm not feeling the best. I want to start crocheting. I felt like I could start crocheting my first day home. But, yeah, every time I've thought of doing it, my head has just been pounding and I haven't been able to even think of doing it. So I'm hoping maybe tonight, since my head's not pounding, that I can pick up the mousse and work on the mousse. If not, I'm going to pick up some cotton from the back room, and I think I'm going to work on a soap sack that I'm just going to put together myself, design it all myself. And yeah, because I have a bar of soap that I really could use a soap on it. Sorry, I just realized I've been sleeping all that time, so that means I didn't take my medicine. So I needed to do that. For anybody that was my Lyrica, for anybody who's on Lyrica, you know that if you wean off it, you have to wean off of it slowly. So I just realized something else I forgot to do, so I need to remedy that right now when I came home, because I was so out of it and I meant to do this. So sorry about this. I forgot to write down how much I took out of my drain. I have one active drain, and that was at noon, and that was 40 milliliters. This one was taken out by my PCP. Now, not to gross you guys out or anything, but if you don't know what a drain is, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Because I've realized there are quite a few people who don't know what a drain is. Basically, when you've had surgery and they think you're going to have a lot of inflammation and a lot of buildup of water, they have to put a drain in so that they can get rid of all of that fluid, excess, I mean, it comes out looking like blood. There's blood mixed in there, but it's mainly because when you have surgery, they bomb your body with water. You know, you get so much saline solution pumped into you. Afterwards, you get so much pumped into you. Especially, I had problems with low blood pressure, and how they try to get your blood pressure up is by pumping your body full of fluids. We thought I was going to have a blood transfusion. I'm going to stand up to try and show you this. And maybe you'll get to see a little bit. I mean, I stood up to show you guys what I looked like before with clothes on. So, okay. This has a small hose on it. So that's why I had to stand up to show you. The other one was long that they took out today. But basically, here it is. You've got to make sure it's squeezed in, and that makes it, it's called a suction drain. So here, I don't know if you can tell, but this is what I look like with my clothes on. So, I want to tell you guys how much they took off, but it's just a very, very teeny, tiny giveaway. I have a giveaway. That was a surprise giveaway in one of my 2 previous videos, and nobody has tried to enter it yet. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to leave it open until probably my next video. So if you want to go and look and you want to get in, it's like I said, it's just a small one. What I have to give away is going to fit into an envelope. So like a stationery envelope. But yeah, go check that out if you want to. It's, you know, it's pretty fun. I thought it was a pretty fun giveaway. But you know, I'm a small channel, and not everybody wants to watch updates on, you know, after surgery. So I get that. So yeah, it hasn't had anybody joining it yet, but my friend, well, at least one of my friends, no, a couple of my friends, I think I told a couple of them, once I realized I was going to do the hidden giveaway, I stopped. So those who know the answer to through the giveaway can't participate. So, and it doesn't matter because I already send them some of the things that I plan on sending. So, um, the rest of my Ollies. It's not the rest. I got some, what else did I get? I got some tea. They have, it looks like generic tea, and it comes in a big box, and they have peppermint, chamomile, or green tea. They had green tea this last time. It's something mountain. And when I first got it, I thought this isn't going to be that good because it's $1.99 for the box. It is so good. It is, you know, not as good as, you know, say my stash tea that, you know, is mint flavored. But it's a really good peppermint flavor. So just as good as my Twinings. So I realized I was almost out of peppermint because at night when I go to bed, I drink either peppermint or chamomile. And I had stocked up on chamomile. I didn't realize how many different types of chamomile tea I got because I am not a huge chamomile lover, but I find that I need it to help me calm down at night sometimes. So Sleepy Time was my favorite. They had Sleepy Time, a vanilla Sleepy Time. Absolute favorite. And of course, like everything that I find that I love, I discontinued it. So I had found it at Amazon at a decent price before and I had ordered it. Well, now it's like 20 some dollars a box. Yeah, I'm not paying 20 some dollars for a box of, I think it's just an 8 count of Sleepy Time vanilla tea. Not happening. Now they have Sleepy Time honey chamomile. Honey and vanilla chamomile, I think. Yeah, I don't like it as much. So yeah, I don't do well with that one. So therefore that one's erased. Trying to remember if it's Twinings or the other one that I get that I can't think of the name right now. Oh, Bigelow tea. I think it's Bigelow. Has a cozy chamomile. And I can drink that one. Now, granted, I do add some flavorings. We've got the skinny syrups that we get from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And I will add a little bit of either just vanilla or, you know, if my peppermint that I have is from Starbucks that my daughter got me. Um, that one is very, very strong. So I don't use it a ton unless I'm putting it in, you know, coffee. That's where I prefer to put it. Um, but I've got all these different flavors. Like I'll get mocha, I'll get whatever they have on hand. I tend to do the cinnamon a lot, which didn't used to be my favorite. But once I had my cinnamon vanilla stash tea, I love tea with cinnamon. So sometimes I'll add just a little tiny bit of cinnamon flavoring, but something to give a little bit of a different flavor with my chamomile. Normally, 9 out of 10 times, it's just going to be vanilla. Since I like the vanilla sleeping time, I figured add vanilla to my chamomile. Well, I didn't realize that when the Christmas tree shop was going out of business, and we went there and we went looking at the teas specifically because they used to have a ton of tea, and then they, you know, moved it down and they still had more tea than other places, but they didn't have their whole big back wall that they used to have full of it. I could find flavors there that I couldn't find other places. So that's why I found my fig tea that I love so much. And it's a specialty one from Twinings. Like I said, I've never quite known how to say it, but it's one of their calm ones. They have calm, soothe, different ones to help, you know, and it's one of their calm ones, and I absolutely love it. Now, when I couldn't get it, I got some of their Soothe, and now I wish I could find some more of that one. That one is like an orange turmeric, I think, blend. And with orange teas, I either love them or I hate them. And this is one of them that I love. And I can't find it anymore. And they didn't have any. I looked through all of their tea when I realized that that's where the fig came from. And I had bought like 4 boxes the first day that we went looking. I went looking for the orange as well, and they didn't have it. They had a different one that just the flavor didn't sound like they would be ones that I would like. So, yeah, I would love to find some of more of that soothing, but more than likely it's discontinued and I can't get it anyway. Just like I have a hard time finding the fig one for the 20s. Although I did find some on Amazon, and hopefully when I need some from Amazon, they won't be way expensive because they can go from $4 one day for a box to 20 the next, depending on if they're discontinued or whatnot. So anyway, all of that to say, I got 2 of the bigger boxes of peppermint. Because if you don't know it, I know I've mentioned it before, but peppermint is a natural cathartic. So if your stomach hurts, if you feel like you're bloated, any basic stomach issues, especially that come from eating, you can drink peppermint tea, you can suck on peppermint candy. Try to have the 100% natural peppermint though. Like my husband will get me the little candy canes that are 100% natural peppermint and not artificial flavored stuff. The more natural peppermint, the better. Peppermint does so much, so much. I have a Philosophy candy cane, I think, body wash. And when I have issues with different things, like from having, all this skin issues and stuff, I would get rashes underneath. I can wash with that peppermint wash, and it is strong. I mean, it's a strong peppermint, and you feel the tingle and everything from it, and it would help heal my rashes and stuff. It would burn a little, but it would help. And yeah, so that's why I like to keep that one on hand. And nobody else in my family really likes to use it as much because they don't have issues. And they're like, ooh, you get if you don't have issues, you get this very cooling sensation, which is nice, really nice. But, you've got to be in the mood for it, I guess. So anyway, I got 2 boxes of tea. I got, those pirouette cookies. Can't remember the brand that they have, but they have salted caramel ones. When I first got them to try, I thought, yeah, I'm not going to like, this is going to end up being like an artificial flavor type thing. I'm not going to like it. I had gotten regular chocolate. My favorite's dark chocolate. And yeah, I can't have a lot of them because, as you guys know, I'm trying to do low carb, but right now, where I'm at, it's okay for a little bit. But, I'll be jumping back on the bandwagon here real soon. Anyway, I'd gotten one to try a month ago. Every once in a while, you got to give yourself a treat. And so that's what I did. I had bought some as a treat. The chocolate ones, yeah, they were nice. But the salted caramel ones blew me away. I mean, absolutely blew me away. So I got myself another can, allowed myself another can of those. And then I think that's it. Oh, I got some dark chocolate that they had on their 50% off clearance. Because after a while, when they've had different candies in there for a while, they'll give you 50% off. One of the best ones that I had was a Dove. And if you guys ever see this somewhere, let me know, and I will try and send, if it's not too expensive, I'll try and send you some money for it. But they had, it was called dark chocolate, if I remember right. It was like double dark chocolate. And it was just Dove and the form, of the doves. And I want to say that maybe it had like a creamier center. I can't remember. I put them in the freezer. Um, and that when all of, I put, especially in the summertime, I put all of my chocolate in the freezer. And so then when I go to have a small piece, it's frozen. So, then I get to, I guess, taste a little longer because, it's got to unfreeze and everything. I get to savor it. There's the word, savor it longer. I loved this dark chocolate. And when I got my bag, it was 50% off. And at that point in time, we were going to Ollie's a couple times to get things to get ready for me. Actually, that was before my surgery was scheduled. We had went for a couple different things going on. And my daughter's birthday one, because there's coffee there, the big boxes of coffee that she likes that my husband gets her. And so when we went back the next time, I got another bag because they were getting rid of Halloween candy from last year that was 50% off. So heck, it could have been around Christmas time. Who knows? I think it was at least January though. So anyway, I ended up getting 2 bags of that before they were completely out of it. And it's not a taste for everybody because it was a bitter dark chocolate, but I loved it. Now they have the Dove, not the Dove, the Hershey's dark chocolate nuggets that I've gotten, and they don't have those anymore. Well, they've had Godiva bars for like $2 and something. And Godiva is not my absolute favorite. I know, shocking. I know. Some people would be like, "Oh my goodness." And they've had some Harry and David stuff there too, but I've never gotten it because it's just been on the higher side, price side. I mean, not terrible, but more than what I was looking at paying right then. And right now, they have their Godiva bars 50% off the price that's on them. So I looked yesterday, and most of their dark chocolate was gone, but they had some up at the checkout. So I got a dark chocolate sea salt, which is one of my favorites. And I put that in there in the freezer. And I was like, oh, I already have one in here. But they also had like the bonbons that you can get. That's the best word, I guess, for them. They had vanilla cream ones, and I kept looking at those. And I'm like, if they had coconut, I would get coconut. And when I went over into the tea aisle, and that's not normally where the candy is, they had some bags of candy hanging up, and they had chocolate covered coconut in the round ones. And I'm like, okay. So those I put in the refrigerator, not the freezer, because I don't like what the freezer does to coconut sometimes. So I got those. And then I got some more books. So I have wanted one of these type of coloring books for a long time. This is not the actual one I wanted, but for $1.99, I got an Anamorphia coloring book. Now, if you guys have never seen an Anamorphia coloring book, I think most of their stuff is is it all Anamorphia? Can't remember. But this one is Sea and Sky. So if you look, you have, okay, that's an eagle, right? Let me move it back here. That's an eagle, right? We can all agree on that. When you go close, you can see all these other things that make up that eagle. Like this has There's an anchor right here. There's ghosts down here. So you can color all these little things. You can either color it the color of the eagle, you know, you can color it however you want to, or you can color each little thing. There's a little birdie there. I think that looks like maybe a giraffe there. If not, maybe a reindeer or something. What is that? Yeah, I was right the first time. It's a giraffe. Right there. A watch. So it's got a whole bunch of little stuff. Bird there. That make it up. And here you've got a beautiful, beautiful bird with plumage. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a peacock. Then you have all these things down here, these little, almost looks like an octopus creature. I'm looking through the computer, so I can't see it as well. A little round, hairy face there, a jack-o'-lantern there. I'm just seeing the big ones. Oh, there's a koi fish right down here. You know, as you look closer and longer, you can see more things. There's a little telephone right over here. So yeah, I've always wanted one of these. But again, they're like between $10 to $16, depending on which one you get. You know, here, look at this would be one that I'm sure that Connie would like. There's a little alien here within the butterfly. And it looks like there's some more over in that one. So again, not the one that I wanted. I know that they've got to have more than anamorphia because I've seen like a house on the ledge on the cliff. One, oh, maybe that wasn't an eagle in the front. Let me look at that again. Oh, honey, what's wrong? No, it was a parrot. Excuse me. That first one we were looking at was a parrot, not an eagle. Because here is the eagle. Look at that eagle. There's a whale up here. Octopus. A witch's broom. A dragon. Another bird. The Mona Lisa. Oh my goodness, right down here, the Mona Lisa. A robot. So yeah, all these little things that make up the bigger picture. I just love things like this. You know, I used to be one of those who loved to play Where's Waldo. And here's a koi fish. And it has a cat up here. Uh, um, Venus flytrap. Stamp. So as you can tell, these are going to be really, really interesting to color. Now these I will be coloring with my colored pencils. There's the owl. I haven't let myself sit here and look through all of them. When I was there, I just wanted to get it and then get home. Here's the sea turtle. And it gives you ones that you can draw in if you want to. And there's the whale. Just regular fish. Finish the shoal of fish with intricate detail. Now this one lets you do things. I don't know if they all are like that. Look at that octopus. Imagine all the stuff that's in that octopus. If you've ever colored in one of these types of coloring books, let me know. And let me know if they all have these pages that are like complete the pot of orcas. So this is more like an activity book type one, but it's based on, but it is the Anamorphia. So I don't know if they're all like that. Would be interesting to know. Draw more bees bumbling towards the flowers. A flamingo. Yeah. I would love to have some more of these. So if you happen to go to your Ollie's and they have other ones of these that are not just sea and sky, but they have different ones, please, please pick one up for me and I will pay you for them. Just let me know. I will pay you for the postage to send it to me and I will pay you for the book because that is still cheaper than what it would have been. Definitely. The nice thing about this is it has removable and frameable pages. So if you're a person who likes to use gel pens and different things to finish your pictures, it's thick enough that you can do that. And it's blank on the other side, so if it would bleed through, you wouldn't have to worry. As long as you put a blotter behind there, you're good to go. And if you have one that comes out exceptionally well, you can take it out and frame it if you want to. So yeah, I really liked that about this. I was hoping it would have a list of all their other ones on here. Let me see. A fabulous selection of 22 artworks from Kirby Roseanne's best-selling Anamorphia. With this wondrous and intricate selection of animals from the oceans and skies, fans and newcomers alike have the chance to encounter birds, bats, fish, whales, and other creatures, all rendered in Kirby's signature style. And for the first time, these artworks are printed on single-sided removable pages, perfect for frame. This is normally $9.99 in the United States, $12.99 in Canada. And I got it for $1.99. Look in the beginning again. Yep, it doesn't have all the other ones. I like it when they have a list of them. But this one doesn't. And that's one thing that this other one that I got, which I now have a couple things sitting on top of it, this had a list. And I'm sorry, I know this is going long. I didn't mean to sit here and talk to you this long. I really didn't think I had it in me either. But like here, it says Zen Doodle Coloring, Calming Swirls, Cozy Cats, that's the one I have, Creative Sensations, Enchanting Gardens, I love that one too, Inspiring Zendalas, Into the Forest, Magical Fairies, I like that one too. I love so many coloring books, that's why I get way too, I have more than what I will ever color. But I also have to be careful because sometimes the only thing about the Zen Doodles that I don't like as much is they put so much in here. I would like it if it was a little bit more subtle and that if you wanted to color each separate thing, it wasn't so small and it made it a little bit easier to do that. No. This one, like this, that one there is more my style. It's a little bit, you know, bigger. It doesn't have as many small ones in there. This one too is corrugated so that you can take them out and they're all one-sided. And like that one, much bigger. So I guess the nice thing about the Zen Doodles is they have both. They have the more intricate for the people who like that, and then they also have the ones that are less. Look at that puppy. This one has 2 puppies and 2 kittens. Look at this kitty. Has the yarn ball. Yes. Let me go in the back and show you the other ones. I am just so, oh, I almost passed a llama. Can't pass a llama. The llama mama and the llama baby. Macy's. Octopi. Here is the mama cat with her two kittens. Isn't she so cute? And then, oh, I thought it was the next one, but I guess not. Moose. Talk about me making a moose. There's a moose for you. And there's the other puppy. Look at that puppy. I love that. This is one of my favorites. I will definitely be coloring this one. I love it. But as you can tell from this first picture that I colored, if I get to where there's too many of them and they're small, I just color in the same color. I try to do a couple emphasizing, you know, ones in there in different colors, but I will just color in the same color. Now I am looking forward to doing that one in the big one. Let me see if I can find it. I found it in here yesterday. I don't know why, but I always like to do, that's normally the signature page, and I like to do the small ones on it. Now oh, there's a sheep. Can't pass a llama. I can't pass a sheep either. I love that sheep. Lots of ringlets on it, but see they have the bowl here, and then when you first open the page, they have the little piggies here. For some reason, the piggies I might do. I'm not into doing all of the little ones. Here's the big one of the piggies. My daughter would love that. My daughter loves pigs. At least she used to. She's loved so many, I think that's a fox, so many different animals. She used to want a pig. She wanted a ferret. She was one of those kids who every other day would come to you. Can I have this? Can I have that? One that she always said, oh, a hedgehog. So the year that she went on and on and on about a hedgehog, I bought her a little stuffed hedgehog that I put into her Christmas stocking. And I said, there, you got a hedgehog. There's the little goat in the bigger one. I will definitely be coloring that one too. So here are two books. I spent all that time on two books, and I want to do another two flip throughs for you. So I found these. You'll have to tell me if you've ever seen anything like these before. Now, for people who like to read, there is an author that she loves to write books and mention her knitting in it. Some of them have actually been based off of her knitting. So when I saw these, I just had to jump on them, and they were just $1.99 each. Knit Along with Debbie McComber, and that's the author. $1.99 for each of these. They have two different ones. This one has 13 timeless designs for family and friends. Now, I figured I got these because I figured they'd be more beginner patterns, which I'm not sure. I've looked at the patterns, but I haven't really read anything to know if, yes, it's indeed beginner friendly. You know, as you guys know, I want to learn how to knit. And there she is. That's Debbie McComber with her yarn. And I didn't read the intro yet or anything. I saw these and I just had to get them. I'm going to show you the different designs that are in here because they're just gorgeous. There's this lace shawl. There is this dog sweater. Now for all that you get in here to only pay $1.99, and what is it? $12.95 USD. cat's butterfly. So cat toys that are butterflies. You know I'm going to have to try to make those when I knit. Sculptured pillows. I didn't even see those butterflies yesterday when I was flipping through here. This Afghan. I love that Afghan. Isn't it beautiful? Harvey's vest. Now I want to make these. Harvey's crew socks. Look at those socks. You guys all know how much I want to make socks. I love these type of socks. And I love these too. These are Hannah's ankle socks. I have a feeling that these are based off of the characters in the books. It's been a while since I've read one of her books, but I definitely want to get her books. Like, I think there's the boyfriend sweater, different ones. Like I said, she's got a couple different ones. I actually was thinking and wondering if you guys would like to do a book club sometime. I know there's other content creators who do that, but would any of you be interested? And if you would, please let me know below. More than just when I sit here and read to you, which I need to bring up my Anna Karenina so I can start reading to you guys again. The stylish scarf. Macy's three color pullover. A baby bonnet. So cute. There's no way I'll learn how to knit that advanced by the time my nephew's baby comes. And a baby blanket. I believe that's it in this one. Just make sure. Thank you for helping warm up America. Oh, there's something on here about the Warm Up America Foundation. General instructions about using DPNs, double-pointed needles, and the circular needles. Gauge. Markers. Knit one through the back loop, changing colors, yarn over, adding new stitches, decreases. Yeah, I like that. There's a lot of information in here. Yarn information for each. That's nice. So you don't have to go through and find every pattern. All the yarn information for every pattern is in here. That is really nice. And then Brilliance audiobooks. Listen to Debbie McComber while you knit. That is so cool. And they have a list of some of her books down here, which I will have to go through and look at those later. I'm already on here. It's already 53 minutes, and I have one more book to go through. This one I got 2 of. And the reason I got 2 of this one is because it has 7 knit and 3 crochet patterns in here. So I'm going to add these to my prize box, or add this one to my prize box. One is for me. One is for somebody to win later. And yeah, then if it goes to somebody who only knows how to crochet, at least there's 3 patterns in here that they can crochet. If it goes to somebody who can do both, they can do both. If it goes to a knitter, then they at least have 7. So it has the same introduction with her picture on it. And these are made by Leisure Arts. So you know that they're going to be decent patterns. You have a cable sampler scarf, which of course is knit. And the ones that are crochet, it says crochet next to their name. A baby blanket, I like that baby blanket a lot. I really like these washcloths and I plan on making them. Those are crochet. I like those a lot. Memories of Paris scarf that has a nice halo on the yarn. And I really, really like this poncho. For it being a single color, I like that. Cody's pullover. It's a nice little sweater. Reese's vest. She must like her characters in vests for men. Lap robe to crochet. Now I liked that as well. You can always make it bigger if you wanted to. I kind of like those, even though after I'm done with my daughters that's being made with squares, I'm not going to want to do another one for a while. This one I thought looked really, really nice. And I wonder if you attach them as you go, or yeah, I can't tell from here. I'd have to look at the continuing instructions that are on later. But this is a beginner pattern. I forgot, I haven't looked at it like the regular Leisure Arts. It tells you here. It's been beginner, intermediate, so on and so forth. This one's intermediate. Socks for Hutch. I like these socks too. And here's an Afghan to crochet. I like the Afghan. I'm not, the colors don't, do much for me, but I like the Afghan. But I'm sure she was trying to get a man's Afghan, which is why she used those colors. And then we go back, another page on Warm Up America, continuing instructions, general instructions. She doesn't use as many pictures on this one as she did on the last one, but I'm sure it's because she's got a knitting page and a crochet page. But then when she does go into the more ones with pictures, it's knitting. Oh, and she has a page, a very small page. She has 2.5 on knitting, and then she has this one for crochet. But, those of you guys watching me, pretty much how to, crochet already. So, yes, I got 2 of those. Knit along with Debbie McComber from the Summer on Blossom Street. So these all have to go. I believe I've read Hannah's list. They all, coincide with a book. So it looks like they made the patterns, to go with the book. So I thought those were cool. Please let me know what you think below. And I am going to say I'm so sorry that this took so long. And I know you guys know that I can have long videos, but I never ever intended on today's video being so long. It's just, I've missed you and I haven't felt well enough to sit here and chat with you. And plus before the surgery, I was so busy. So I'm going to have some time on my hands. So you guys are going to see a few more videos. I need to find my book that I wrote down, like titles and things, that has all of my stuff in it for the book that I'm reading. Oh my goodness. Anna Karenina. Because I had other titles in there of books that people have either told me that they might like me to read or just ones that I thought would be a good one. I found one that I want to do, and I found it because of a movie, and it's one of my favorite authors because I love the Bronte sisters, all three of them. And it was written by Charlotte, who did Jane Eyre, and it's called Velotte. It just really intrigued me what they were talking about the book in the movie. So I really would like to get it and read it for you guys. So it wouldn't be for a while because I have to get through Anna Karenina first. So you guys know it's a huge book, and we just entered book 3 on it, and I don't know how many quote book sections, or part 3. So yeah, I don't know how many parts are in it. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Kahlua definitely wants my attention. It's after 9, so it is tea time. For those of you guys who know what the T stands for. I can't say it out loud or she'll go crazy. But they always know when it's around 9 o'clock and when it's time for that. And that takes a little bit out of me to take care of them and make sure that I'm, getting it on the floor correctly. My husband had this outside that he used to pick up garbage. I wanted him to buy me an arm extender. I had forgotten to look for one when I went to the store, so I asked him to look at the store. And he was like, he came home, he said, I've got this. And at first, I really still wanted to get one from the store because I didn't want to have to deal with cleaning it up. I bought a bottle of CLR. It cleaned up nicely, really nicely. And yeah, it's helping me. Since this was all metal instead of plastic like it normally is, I wrapped it with cotton yarn the night before I went in for surgery. And it's nice for if I drop things, because right now I can't bend over because it hurts like heck. I'm literally cut from hip to hip. And it helps with tea time because my husband puts little bowls up on the counter for me, which are usually on the floor for the cats, and I can put the teas in them, and then I can use this to put it down on the floor. So when he forgets and I actually have to try to bend over, that's when it's pretty rough. So I hope you guys liked my Ollie's haul and just chatting with me in general today. And I'm going to let you go, but please, please always remember you matter. Don't ever let anybody tell you differently. Just know there are those of us out here who love you and will always be here for you. And you completely matter. And I'm sure you have other people in your life who believe and know that you matter. But I know sometimes they're rough and you think that nobody around you cares at all, but they do. So please, please remember that. I'm sorry, I'm getting fixated by looking at my eyes. As you can tell, I have one. Everything is like enlarged, and that's the one that's been bothering me. I've been having to use my eye drops in it a lot. So I didn't realize that it was noticeable. Anyway, and please remember you're beautiful and you're gorgeous. And I love you guys so much. I really, really do. If you need to get a hold of me, send me an email. I'm hoping one of the things that I'm going to do while I'm laid up here is I'm going to get through my emails. I'm going to delete all of the crud that I don't need and try to get down to just the stuff that I need to keep in my little folder system that I have on the side of my emails, and get down to just that, and then what's coming in every day, and then just every day go and delete what needs to be deleted and read what needs to be read, and then get rid of it once it's been read. So, keep whatever needs to be kept. But yeah, if you need me, send me an email, and that's down below. Or if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, just send me a message. So I love you guys so, so much. And I will see you soon. But I promise it won't be this long. Love you. Later.